Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It is Tuesday, and today it's been so busy. Oh my God. Uh, at rehearsal last night, the DT25 sort of took a dump on me. It just stopped working, and then it would be intermittent, cutting in and out. I checked the tubes, they were fine. I don't know what's up, so I'm sending it back. Um, I really love the tube sound though, and I really want to find a tube amp that works well with the Helix, because I've already got the 112, and the Helix. I just want an amp that goes well with it. So I ordered one today. Fingers are all crossed that it works out. It's going to be here Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest. So I'll hip you to what it is and then try to incorporate the Helix into the rig again, because using a bunch of pedals is no fun. I don't like going back to pedals. Huh. Today, more recording stuff. And we're going to create a brand new track, and over the course of the next few days we're going to record an entire song, or what I like to call a song. And today some guitar overdubs, some guitar punch-ins, how to do punching in, how to set the preferences for the inputs and the outputs on GarageBand, because that's the only software that I know. And for those people using GarageBand, this is going to be great. For those not, yeah, just come back next week. Or come back on, well, tomorrow I'm going to do more of the recording, a video about that, and then also a Name That Riff. So come back for that. You wanna? Ooh, we're entering the music nook. ISOCAB, DT25. Boogie 112, guitars, Helix, blah, blah, blah. All right, today I'm going to show you how I do the guitar and bass recording portion of the program with the GarageBand. I always start by connecting the USB to my computer before I power up the Helix, and I did that before. And because I've run into problems where by connecting the USB, after the Helix is turned on, some parameters and some presets have changed. It's just, good to avoid possible buggy situations. And there are buggy situations with every piece of gear. So we have my basic track. I took the one from the other day apart, removed a bunch of tracks from it. And then what I always do is I go into the, I'll highlight the track or click on the track over here, and then go into the mix, hit delete all automation. What that does is it will delete anything that I told it to do volume automation wise. And I always have volume automations going on. You'll find out in the coming days, because I'm going to record and mix a track over the course of the rest of the week. Good fun, huh? So we've got drums here, and that's the only thing I kept. So I picked a different drummer from this list over here, and I picked Benny this time. I like his sound. I've used his sound on more of my demos in the Mix Mondays than I can count. Well, I can usually count higher than 50, but who would want to? All right, so I've got a track here. I removed all the bits where it changed, so I've got the single beat. But then, an interesting thing: when you move your track away from or before where the actual measure starts, you actually get. Let me erase this and I'll show you. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. Let me undo delete. Yeah, here's what I meant to do. Get rid of that. Durr. Okay, so when you take and move ahead of the measure, you'll get a fill automatically. And I want a half measure fill. So nice. And he'll do whatever you want fill wise. It's great. 3/4. All the way up to the point where you get to the actual next measure. All right, well, we're going to go with the 2-beat fill. 1, 2, then back into it. Good stuff. So now I'm going to go over and grab my guitar, and since we're already connected, the guitar is going to be coming in on this track right here. Cool? Cool. Here's another little important bit in preferences up here up top. the input device has to be Helix audio, built-in audio for the output or whatever your output is. General stuff I leave alone. Loops, I don't fuck with that. That I don't fuck with. 24-bit, sure. Export full loudness. That's pretty much it. Here's my first bit. Okay, and I've made changes to the drums as I go for this bit where I change to the A chord and go up the A suspensions all the way up to the octave. I made a change, so you can see what the drums are doing now. And I've got hi-hat on. I've changed the complexity. It's a much simpler part. And basically all I had to do was figure out where the change happens, snap it right there, or split it right there, and split it where the change comes back to the other part. Now I need to do an overdub, and I do this all the time. So I'm gonna, well, not an overdub, a punch in. Here is another super helpful tip, and there's a little bar up here, and there's a gray bit to it, and it's for setting up loop recording. All you do is set up the starting point, and for this one it's just before the beat starts, and then you set up your ending point, and for this particular one I had it going up until, I mean, I let it go a little bit long, but I only need this bit to go to this point right here, so I just go a little bit beyond the beat. And now every time you, if you want to rehearse it or, you know, just play through it, it'll automatically start in that same spot. And then when you hit recording, just hit the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll give you a lead in, and then you'll watch it go, and then you get to start. And that's how I do my my overdubs and my punch-ins. Super easy punch-ins, because it automatically punches you in and punches you out. I remember the old days when you had to actually like hit a recording thing, and man, punching in and punching out was an art back then. Not anymore. It's science. When you're setting up your punch in and punch out points, using the expand tool over here is super important, because you know you can't always get right in between there. It'll give you little notches, but expand it really wide, then you can grab your starting point, making sure you're in between the old recording and the new beat, and you're good to go. Then move it back over. Now every time you come back, you're right on the money. Now I'm going to add another track. I got rid of the one that was right below it, so you just highlight the one I'm on. I want another track doing the same thing. New track with duplicate settings. Cool. Give me a couple of them. And what I'm going to do, we're going to do some doubling now. We're going to go back to the first time of the B section, I guess you'd call it, where the chord changes to the A. So I'm going to do I think this will be an easy thing, so I'm not going to set up the loop recording. I'm just going to hit my starting point right there. Not going to count in. Make sure I'm on this one. This one is the same, but it's going to be panned to the right. And this one's going to get a different sound. I always use a different pickup when I double, because I like to have, you know, the difference, because I'm recording the track twice. I want there to be tonal changes and differences. So I'm going to lay down a track, and then I'll play it for you. Okay, I've overdubbed, and I'm going to add some ambience and reverb to that one, and some EQ as well. I'm pulling down some bottom end, some mids, and some highs on this one. This part uses the neck pickup, so it's a little bit different from the other one, which is the combination neck and middle pickup. Just add some fun stereo imaging. I like to do that when I'm recording. Okay, I've added a counterpoint guitar to the first verse, I guess you'd call it. I don't know what to call these bits. Whoopsie! Let's start from the beginning. So basically just, a fun bit to throw on the side, pan it off to the other side. Good stuff. Next, some bass. There you go, everybody. The first bits, the first makings of an actual tune using the Dancing Queen preset. And I'm going to use the clean and the lead for this thing. I'm just going to use that one preset for the whole song. Why not? Just made that decision right now. And then just change the pickups, and then maybe some different guitars thrown in. I'll use this one on the fun Rickenbacker setting, which is this combination right here. It's got a really nasally, very bizarre sound, but it's kind of cool for recording. So I will see you tomorrow for more of that. I'll name that riff. A new amp coming soon. Oh, good stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, rock on.